Ladies and gentlemen, this story came out on the Wall Street Journal, July 25th, 2020. Reparations to Black Americans for slavery gain new attention. Well, it's good that it's gaining attention, but without monetary backing, it's really no good. So let's see what they're talking about, ladies and gentlemen. The House looked to approve for the first time a commission to study compensating for slavery and long-time discrimination. Well, ladies and gentlemen, look at it this way. These folks are going to have to give up the goods, whether they like it or not. You know, I know many of them are still trying to avoid this subject, but it cannot be avoided forever. Number one, give us back everything you stole. A lot of things were stolen from us. And this country has yet to make even good on that much. And, bringing up reparations without any type of monetary restitution is counterproductive. We're not accepting programs. And every time this subject matter comes up, y'all, you notice they always want to hop on programs. We have seen it the last few times, and we're not going for no programs. We're just letting you know. So it is really a waste of time coming to us talking about, well, you should have reparations, but it shouldn't be money. Why? Why? Because you got an issue with it? That's not a good enough reason. Weeks of racial justice protest are pushing the concept of reparations for Black Americans from the political margins towards the center of the nation debate. With policymakers from the Capitol Hill to city halls weighing compensation plans for slavery and long-time discrimination. In Washington, House leaders said they expect to pass this year, for the first time, a 3-decade-old proposal creating a federal commission to craft an official government apology and remedy plans. Well, the remedy plans are no good without compensation. Former Vice President Joe Biden, he is saying that he has endorsed a bill, the first majority party leader to do so since the congressional initially took up the bill in 1989. So he's claiming he's for it. Let's see how much he's for it. I bet you when money is discussed, Jim Crow Joe is going to go right back to acting like he's still in the Jim Crow era. The legislation faces opposition from Republicans who control the Senate. President Trump last year told reporters he don't see it happening. So the measure unlikely to become law this year. A Democratic sweep in November election, however, could pave the way for for this whole thing to be possible. Right now, the Republicans are really being frowned upon on how this country has been ran, ladies and gentlemen. You see how bad these people do in a real crisis. See, those of you that said they had a plan, they had no plan. You know what their plan was? We gonna rule forever. That was their plan. After that, they had no real substantial plans at all. A formal commission would only study the issue. Adopting a concrete national compensation plan faces long odds, with polls showing white voters still strongly oppose. Supporters remain divided over whom to compensate, how to do it, and what this being compensated for. Well, you didn't ask those questions when the Jews got reparations for the Holocaust, and that happened over in Europe. You just forked over the money. And plus, we don't even have to go by that, ladies and gentlemen. We can go by the stimulus. They didn't do no studies before they put the stimulus money out. They just came up with the trillions of dollars and gave it to people. Well, you can do reparations the same exact way. Period. So, ladies and gentlemen, the reparations debate is a symbol of how far Americans have moved since the late May killing of George Floyd and their willingness to re examine persisting racial discrimination in everything from law enforcement and wealth to health care and education. Before, when you talk about reparations, people would roll their eyes, said Louisville, Kentucky Mayor Greg Fisher, a recent convert on the issue, whose city has been rocked by protest over the March killing of Breonna Taylor. Now it's more tell me how to get it done. So he wants to know how we can get this done. Well, it's up to the politicians. You know, you shouldn't be coming to the Black community to ask us how. You didn't come to us when you decided to enslave my forefathers and foremothers. You didn't come to nobody then. So when it comes down to reparations, you need to get them checks cut and out to the descendants of the former slaves. Just like you got the stimulus money out. Oh, well, what if we can't find? You found everybody for those stimulus checks, didn't you? So we don't want to hear it. You found everybody for the stimulus check. You seem to be finding everybody for the US Census. Your IRS, when they want to go after people, they sure don't have no problem finding people. So we don't want to hear anything about how you going to find people. We don't want to hear it. We don't want to hear where the money going to come from. The same place it came from for the stimulus money. This government has the ability to get those checks out to all of us if they want to. The stimulus has showed us it can be done. Y'all been had records on all of us. Get the hell out of here. So they're talking about the California Assembly passed a bill now before the state Senate, creating its own version of reparations study commission. The city council of mostly white Asheville, North Carolina, which was not reparations, this month voted to apologize for slavery and offering funding to help Black homeowners and businesses. And y'all don't, those are just programs. And that's not reparations, what Asheville, North Carolina came out with. And then last year, Evanston, Illinois, and I remember this, I did a story on this. They came out with their version of reparations for all Black residents there. The America Civil Liberties Union, long silent on the issue, has made a top legislative priority. Surveys show big increases in the number of Americans who believe Black people face discrimination and who support Black Lives Matter movement, including changes such as overhauling policing and removing Confederate monuments. Well, that's not compensation. I don't give a damn about those statues. I don't worship or honor or even acknowledge those Confederate statues. I don't really care. You know, to me, walking past those statues are equivalent to walking past a pile of dog do, as far as I'm concerned. I don't care about those monuments. Keep them up and give us our check. That's where I stand. I think reparations for something that happened 150 years ago. We heard what Mitch said, and that tired ass argument ain't going to go anywhere. If you can give reparations to Holocaust family members, because many of these people that are getting those checks today They weren't in no concentration camp, y'all. Let's face it, the majority of these people getting those Holocaust reparation checks, they weren't sitting in nobody's concentration camp, never been in anybody's oven. And that's the truth. But they are still getting reparations. These native Indians that you have poured all kinds of reparations on, they have not been part of a massacre, but you still gave them reparations. They never been in no massacre here in America. So don't come to us with those tired ass arguments. You are getting nowhere with that. Okay, so lawmakers in congressional swing districts remain nervous about the issue. Of the 43 House Democrats who captured GOP led seats in 2018, just three have co signed the reparations bill. None for the four Black freshmen in those districts has done so. Well, we know the members of the Congressional Black Caucus are, we don't follow those people at all. So, ladies and gentlemen, the bottom line is they can have this commission and that commission and have all the talks up the wazoo. If it's no monetary funding behind it, it is a waste of time and we don't want to hear it. Plain and simple. You know, we don't want no single cut check. No, these checks must go on for years to come, just like you have done with other groups. You gave them years of reparations, and that's what you owe us. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.